Hello everyone, I'm the old guy and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pharaoh. This is episode 17, part 2. In part 1 we did Thinis, the War of the Throne, and in this episode, part 2, we're going to do Waset, Glory Threatened. Let's get started.
The old way of life is gone, and most fear that Egypt will never return to its past glory. Osiris has turned his back on the people, and a series of low inundations has caused widespread famine. The power of the pharaohs, once unquestionable, has evaporated, replaced by bickering provincial leaders. Out of this chaos, two noble families have arisen and are attempting to seize control of the country. The rulers of Hennenesu have laid claim to the throne as the rightful heirs. They are particularly cruel and are doing little to assuage the people's hunger. To the south, a new family, the Inyotef house, has risen to power in Waset. The family has done much to reunite the south, and now the rulers of Hennenesu have engaged the rulers of Waset in a deadly civil war for control of all of Egypt. The Inyotefs, busy fighting the Hennenesu rulers, have entrusted you with building up their home city of Waset. If the Inyotefs are to succeed in their fight against the Hennenesu rulers and solidify their reputation in Egypt, Waset must be a touchstone on which other cities rely, providing succor or soldiers to those that request aid. Waset, which could be the capital should the Inyotefs reign victorious, must be a great city. Using the scarce resources available to you, build a sun temple and pyramid to show Egyptians the glory of the Inyotefs. Waset itself is not immune to attack. The Hennenesu rulers and those loyal to them may threaten your city from time to time, and Hennenesu may try to extort demons from your city's treasury. To defend against these considerable risks, build a strong army and navy to defend your city and to come to the defense of other threatened cities.
Alright, we are going to play on very hard difficulty again. We're going to need a population of 6,000, a culture rating of 55, a prosperity rating of 45, a monument rating of 20, and a kingdom rating of 70. Waset, Civil War. Let's take a look. Let's slow the game down here a little bit. And let's take a look at what we have available for this mission. For farming, we have grains and fig farms, the water lift, irrigation ditch, fishing wharf, and work camp. For raw materials, we have the clay pit, stone, quarry, limestone, granite, gold, and copper mines. We also have the jeweler, potter, brickwork, shipwright, construction guilds. We have the Carpenters Guild and the Stonemasons Guild. The granary, bazaar, storage yard, and dock are available. Booth, bandstand, pavilion, senate house, juggler school, conservatory, and dance school. For the shrines and temples, we have Osiris, Ra, and Bast as the gods to please. We have a temple complex, belongs to Ra this time. And for monuments, we have the Sun Temple. We've built one of these before. And we've got the small pyramid. Nothing too serious. And we have the Festival Square. Scribble School, library, well, water supply, dentist, apothecary, physician, mortuary, firehouse, architect's post, police station, tax collector, courthouse, city palace, dynasty mansion, roadblock, water crossings. We have the bridge and ferry. And for beautification, we have gardens, plazas, small, medium, large statues. There is a military tab, defensive structures, walls, towers, and gatehouses. With the recruiter, the forts, we have infantry and archers, academy, weaponsmith, warship wharf, and transport wharf. Let's take a look at the map. In the middle here, we have the Nile, or a large river. We do have some floodplains over here. And we have a large meadow right here. There's also some gold, it looks like, and copper right here. Let's double check this. Copper, yes, we have copper here and up here, but not down here. And I think we can do gold here as well, yes. So we got that. We're going to use gold, I think, for gold and copper as our main source of income, at the beginning at least. I'm thinking we're going to put the pyramids and the structures over here using this to get stone out of. Set up some farming over here, and I'm going to set up a large housing block right over here somewhere. We do need it quite large. We need 6,000 population. So that's going to be quite large. So I'm going to start setting this up, and I'll bring you back once I got the layout done. Alright, I'm back, and I've got the layout done for the housing block. We're going to have a row of houses here, buildings inside here, 2 rows of houses here, some buildings, and another row of houses. So it's quite large, and I'm going to put the food and stuff right over here, the granaries and everything up here, and some industry while we're going to do some farming here. I haven't set anything up on here. I just wanted to show you the housing block since it is quite large. So I'm going to set up the some money making, some gold mines and everything here, and get some population happening over here, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, I'm back, and I've got a couple gold mines here. I've got 3 gold mines and a couple of copper mines. I have a place for copper right here. We have copper right here, and we've got some protections here. I'd have to put in a architect's post in here still, and we're going to put the, I think, the palace right here, so it's a quick jaunt to get into the palace with the gold. And here I've got some shrines set up, a temple, and the first row of houses. So I'm going to let this populate, and we're going to speed this up here, and once it is populated, I'll bring you back. Alright, I'm back, and this side here is populated. I decided to go with this side as well. We still need some people here. We are short quite a bit. And I've moved the infrastructure to number 1 and health and sanitation to number 2 is all I've done. So we're going to let this populate here, and I put in an architect's post over here, but we haven't got any industry started here yet. So I'm going to let this run for a little while, bring some more population in here, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I've placed the city palace right here, and we have a bunch of work going on here. This is filled out almost, so we're looking pretty good there. Let's take a look at our population here. We are still short here, but everything looks to be all right. This should be starting to make us some money. We still have 1,600 gold there. I'm going to let this run a little bit more, get the last few people in here, and I'll bring you back when something changes. Alright, I'm back, and I'm starting some military up right here. We have some copper supplies coming in from our mines, so I've set up the recruiter right here and a weaponsmith. We're going to have to put a place to store some weapons in here, and we've also got the first infantry right here. And I did set up the ferries over here to get across, so... Alright, I'm back, and I've built another gold mine here. I'm going to build some more gold mines up here very shortly here. We are getting some infantry happening, and the issue is we need to maintain our gold. We have a rival city that wants to attack us, but they try to extort money from us first. If we refuse to pay that money, they attack. If we pay it, then we take a kingdom standing hit. My plan for this mission is I'm going to pay the ransom and just deal with the kingdom standing penalty. Alright, I've threw in some more housing here and got this block ready to go. I want to get all these blocks populated as fast as possible. Nothing has changed over here yet, but we have opened up the copper trade with Thinis. We are trading copper now. So we are making money there. I'm going to start opening up some gold mines here pretty quick, but I think we're going to work on food next. Let's take a look at our population. We have a 19% unemployment rate here, which is going to cause us trouble real soon. So I'm going to slow this down, and I'm going to build some food, some farms right here. Alright, we've got 5 wheat farms set up here. I've got a ditch, irrigation ditches made, and a couple granaries. We've got the fire architects and police stations over here and over here. So this is looking pretty good. This should get us started. And up here, I've got the water lift and its protections here. I'm going to let this run and we're going to get this populated. This is still filling out. Let's take a look at our labor. It's still at 18%. These guys haven't picked up on these yet. So as soon as that, the labor should drop. Alright, I set up another 4 gold mines up here. They've got some protections, fire, architect, and police here as well. This is pretty much complete. I'm going to set up in this area. We're going to put in the stone mines that we need to build the pyramid. And over here, we've got the water in the irrigation ditch now, and the farms are being done. Let's take a look at our unemployment rate. We have 7%. That is in the reasonable range. I'd like to get it a little bit lower. So we're looking pretty good here. I'd like to dig ourselves out of the hole is my next move. We are almost 3,000 in the hole. I'm going to speed this up. Alright, the gods were getting a little upset, so I threw in some more shrines in here, and I've got a temple for Ra down here. Yes. So they should be happy now. Let's take a look. Well, Osiris is a little bit displeased. He should be okay after this runs for a little while. So we're looking good on that front. And we're almost out of the hole. This is working out for us pretty good here. You can see we're getting quite a bit of gold. And we are trading our copper. And we have some infantry still building here. So we're looking pretty good. My next step is to set up some fish, because I know that the Pharaoh's going to be asking for fish. He's going to be asking for some wheat and figs. And here it is. He wants us to get some fish. So we're going to get some fish going on right now, and I will bring you back once I set that up. Alright, we've got the ship right here and 3 shipping wharves. I've got an area for fish right here and some protections. The fire, architect, and police. So this should start generating some fish. And we've got some grain, or yeah, some grain happening here. I'm going to start throwing in some bazaars in here. Alright, I'm back, and we've got, I got 2 bazaars in each place. We need some employees. That's great to see. We've got 4 of them set up here. These houses should start leveling up now with some food. We're getting our first food going in here. Alright, I had to change a few things here. Oh, this whole area is a little unstable. I did a bad design on this area, so I'm trying to fix that. We have another fire in the city. Our recruiter right here is burned down. We have some disease in the city, crude hut, so we're going to have to get some physicians here pretty quick. And we are compliant with fish. Let's pay this right now. There we go. And we are in the hole again. I had to change this a little bit and move stuff around. We need to build a fireplace over here. So I've changed this around because I'm thinking that this would collapse sooner or later as well. And I've extended this out and moved their protections back to the end of the road here. So hopefully this is not going to collapse on us again. That's my mistake. We got some more disease strike in here. Yeah, that's okay. So that was my mistake. I've fixed this design. This should be okay. I'm gonna replace this recruiter here. It's recruiter right here. Let's replace this right there. And I'm going to put some figs over here next. It's the next step. Where's our... Yeah, we need some more people. And I want to expand up in this area pretty soon. So I'm going to get some figs going here. And once I do that, I will bring you back. Alright, I'm back, and I put some 3 figs in here. You can see we're getting a load of figs. I put a storage area here for wheat and a storage area here for figs. So we should be getting some going there once this fills up. I think the Pharaoh's going to ask for wheat and figs. We have a storage area here for fish already. So this is looking pretty good. We are short on people here. You've seen that. Yeah, we are short here, not by many. My next step is to get some entertainment set up on this and then start expanding into this last block. We need 6,000 population. We only have 1,300 at the moment. Alright, I've got some entertainment set up over here. We've got the juggler, dance school, and conservatory. I've got the booths. There's a pavilion over here. And booths. two pavilions up here, and booths. So this is now leveling up. We're going to start working on that. And I want to expand into this area, I think is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to let this run, and we need to make sure we got enough money to pay off the bribes that are going to start happening here pretty soon. So we're going to start doing this, and I'm going to bring you back when something changes. Alright, we've built another block here. I've got some water. We've got some protections and some religious structures, a temple to Ra over here. I've also put in some taxes over here. Let's take a look at that real quick. I've dropped it down to 3% on very hard. It is difficult to get any taxes. Anything higher and they start getting upset. We're going to keep it at that. And we are almost 1,000 in the hole. I've also got some boosts set up in the corners here. This should start filling out and stabilizing here pretty shortly. We do have a lot of, we do have a shortage of labor. We're gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna let this populate, and we're gonna dig ourselves out of the hole, and I'll bring you right back. We have taken a debt hit. I did pay one of the ransoms, and while we're back in the hole, I'm scared that we're gonna have to assist in a city and send these guys off to war. So I want to get this going as fast as possible. But now I am worried because our kingdom rating is so low at the moment. I'm going to build the personal palace over here. What is it called in this one here? The dynasty mansion. I'm going to build the dynasty mansion over here. And I have also started building the blocks we're going to need for the pyramid. I've got an area set up here because we're going to need some storage room for sandstone and blocks. Because we're going to need, I think it's, what is it? 200. Let me see here. Sun Temple. We need 220 sandstone blocks to build it. And we need those on hand before we can start. So I think we're going to build the pyramid first and then the temple second. We're going to put the pyramid over here and the temple right over here. And I've got the beginnings of that happening. And here's our acknowledgement. Yeah, we gave 884 Debian to the city. So they're not going to invade us, but we did take a penalty here. So my next step is to start sending gifts to the Pharaoh so he doesn't get too upset. I'm going to set that up and I'll bring you back. Alright, I got the Dynasty Mansion here. We are collecting 60 Debian. We're going to start bribing. We only got one here, yeah, so send a gift. As soon as we can send a lavish gift, we're going to start improving our kingdom rating and keeping that balanced. Take a look at our archers are getting there. We're going to get that happening. And we have 6% unemployment right now. Yeah, our kingdom standing falls right here. It's at 18, yeah. It is plunging because we are paying the ransom fees. So we're going to have to deal with that. And right now we don't have very much food here, and we need a population of 6,000. We are not even halfway there. I want to get some more food happening. I'm going to expand this here. All right. I set up a couple more grain farms here and 4 more fig farms here. We've got some protections going. This is looking pretty good. I've also extended the road here so that they can bring in their extra fish and start dumping over here. That's a pretty long walk. I think I might build a granary over here in the future. And I've also opened up trade for sandstone over here so we can start getting the pyramid and the temple going. These guys sell sandstone. So we've opened up trade with the Dunkel Oasis, and we're going to order in some sandstone. I'm going to let this populate and let the food get rolling here, and we're going to get the pyramid going, and I'll bring you right back for that. Alright, I'm back, and I cut down the amount of blocks. I think we have quite a few blocks here, and we're getting some sandstone in now. We have to order in the sandstone. And I've got some limestone here with the limestone area for the pyramid, and they are starting to build that here. So we're going to have the pyramid right here. And our kingdom standing climbed because we did give 1,000 grains of basket while you were gone. Now what these guys need here is desirability. They want to have some beautification done. And I think that's going to be our next task. We're going to put some beautification in here and get it all prettied up. And I will bring you right back. We have some good money here. Looking pretty good. Alright, we've got some statues set up here. I've put in some plazas. And we need to dispatch troops in 10 months. An Egyptian city is under attack. Let's do that right now. We do have 2 full armies here. Let's send them both. We'll dispatch that right now. These guys are now marching off to war. I'd like to build another archer here, which we're going to do that pretty soon. So we're looking good. I got some statues back here, some statues over here. This should start leveling up. It looks like most of it has already. I'm going to let this run and stabilize for a while, and I'll bring you back when something changes here. Okay, I've added a storage area for wood, and we are ordering in wood from the Kala here. They sell wood, so we have to order that in. We're going to need some wood for the pyramid. So hopefully that we're going to get here in time. We are still selling copper. Disease strikes. So we are looking pretty good. Fire in the city. We'll deal with that in a second. We are in the hole though. I'm going to let this go. And I'll bring it back once something changes. Our army is still out fighting abroad. Alright, I'm having a little bit of a problem keeping our money afloat. Buying the sandstone here for the temple is a little bit more expensive than I thought. I took one of the gold mines out and I added copper in here. Because I like the big one-time blow every month. We're back in debt again. Of the copper, selling the copper. So hopefully that's going to help us out. Let's take a look at our supplies here. We only have 80 sandstone. We need 220 before we could start. So that's still building. The small pyramid is happening. We got some wood in here. We're looking pretty good. Over here is still... everything looks good. There was a fire here, so I had to fix that. We're looking alright. We're looking alright. I'm going to let this run for a little while and see if we can maintain a profit. And once something changes, I'll bring you back. Okay, our heroes have returned from a victory. They should be arriving soon over here. It looks like a lot of them have died in the fighting. We're going to have to get some more, reinforce them, it looks like. We've got a lot of copper. We get some weapons here, so that shouldn't be a problem restoring them. We've got some sandstone. I had to put in some working camps to keep the Kingdom Standing Climbs from helping that fighting. Let's take a look at that. I put in some working camps to keep the population balanced here. We are a little bit low, but we are gaining population pretty good. Let's take a look at our Kingdom Standing. We're at 32. Can I give another gift here? Yes, I can. Let's dispatch another gift. We are sitting at 42. Perfect. Gonna let this run for a little while longer. See if I can maintain a profit. And I'll be right back. Alright, I noticed a problem here. We are running out of food on a regular basis. I've also put in some more houses here and over here, kind of filling it out a little bit, because I don't think we're going to have enough to reach that. It's going to be real close anyways. And what I've done is I've extended the fishing over here. So we got 3 more fishing places. And I think I'm going to build a granary over here so that they don't have to carry the fish all the way up over here. So that should help. I'm going to let this run for a little while, and the pyramid is still on the 3rd level. I'm going to let this run for a little while and see if we can get this pyramid going a little bit better, and I will bring you back when something changes. Alright, we have a request here for copper, 700 copper. We have that. Let's send that off right away to them. I've also built a granary here, like I was saying, some protections. So this should help out getting the fish over here quicker. They don't have to walk over here. So hopefully this is going to be enough. I don't think we're going to have enough food. I might expand and get some get some farms into this area right here, this floodplain. We'll see what that happens. I'm going to let this run for a little while. Let's take a look at our army as well. Yeah, it's full out. Looking pretty good there. I'm gonna have to get an archery going. I don't have enough money really to do that at the moment. I'm gonna let this run for a while and I will be back. My main focus right now is the food. And we want some figs. 12 months to comply. Let's send that off. We have 303,200. There we go. I'm gonna keep an eye out on food. I'm gonna let this run for a while and see what we need, and I will bring you back when something changes. Alright, I'm back, and I've got some more fig farms here. They look like they're stuck. There seems to be a mistake here somewhere. I think it's right here, actually. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Now they can move here. Yep. Fix that. Let's turn this around again. So I got that, and I've also built some farms here with a village right here, some working camps here. So this should now be enough food for us. We got fisheries, lots of farming going on. It looks pretty good. These are starting to maintain themselves here. I think we can start expanding on the housing here. We're only halfway to the population we need. And I put a physician over here. The disease was running over here and I forgot to do that. So we're looking pretty good. The pyramid is coming along. Disease strikes again. Let's take a look at our... We don't have 168 sandstone. Again, we need 220 to start going. I'm going to let this run for a little while, and I'll bring you back when something changes. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like we're doing pretty good on these blocks. It looks like they're pretty stable. Let's take a look at our population. Is at 8% unemployment, which is not too bad, but I was getting a little bit overrun there, so I did set up some work camps here. Hopefully that's going to take some of the stress off us. And our kingdom standing falls. We gave another... we were threatened again by the attacking city, so we paid their bribe, and the Egyptian people are unpleased with us. So our kingdom standing has fallen again. Let's take a look at that. We are down to 37. Can I give a gift here? It's only been 2 months since I did it the last time. So we're going to wait. Other than that, I think we're doing all right. Hopefully our food situation has now been solved and we have enough food for the rest of the game. We have a fire. That's okay. This is all happening here now. I'm going to let this run and stabilize. We're getting some good money here as well. I'll bring you back when something changes. Alright, I'm starting to get into pottery. We've got some clay pits here and some pottery happening. We can probably build some more pottery. We've got a place here for clay. And we've got a place over here for the pottery. Closer to the housing block. Our housing blocks seem to be doing pretty good. I put some beautification around here to level these guys up as well. So we're looking pretty good. I'm ready to be leveled up, I think. So the pottery is going to do that for us. Let's take a look. Oh, we got another fire in the city. That's okay. Let's take another look here. We have 2% unemployment, so that's doing pretty good. And our pyramid is still being built. Well, what was that? Let's take a look at our supplies here. We're almost at 220 to start building the temple. Looking pretty good. Where was it? Anything here get destroyed? It doesn't look like it. I will hunt down the damages and repair that. I'm going to let this run, and I will bring you back probably when we're going to start building that temple. Alright, I've put the temple down here, and I needed to keep the sandstone delivery going, because we need another 40 loads of sandstone to complete the temple. And Also, our population is getting up there now. We have 8% unemployment, and we have over 4,000 people, so the gods were getting a little bit upset. So I threw some temples around here just to keep them happy down here as well. So just to keep those guys happy. This is going to happen. Now, this is going to be the tricky transition period here. I want to order in some beer, and I've got a place here set up for beer. It's got some straw in there because I wasn't fast enough to put it in here. But these guys are going on. Now the issue is this culture rating. We need a culture rating of 55. To get that, I think we're going to need scribble schools and mortuaries. And to get the cloth and the linen and the papyrus we need for that, we got to order it in. We do not have any way of making that or gathering the resources for that. And that's going to be expensive to bring in. So what I want to do is I want to finish this temple first, then stop buying the blocks and switch over to buying papyrus and linen. So I'm going to let this run and see if we can hold on to a profit here as we keep going. Get some beer going on, and I will bring you back when something changes. Oh, and I beautified this area too, just to get these guys leveled up and put some beautification around here, some gardens. So we're going to do that. I'll bring you back when something changes. All right. I built another archery camp here. We got some disease, and we have a request for weapons. We have 32 weapons. Let's give that to them. That'll help with our standing. So we got some archers here, and I had to build a working camp, a large one here. The population is getting a little hard to control, and we were unemployment was huge because the city is expanding because we got the pottery going in here at full swing. It is still a little unstable. I still haven't ordered in beer here yet. I don't want to explode too quickly. So we're looking at that. It's looking pretty good. The temple is being built. The pyramid is almost built. I'm going to let this run for a little while and see if we can get out of the hole here. This is going to be difficult. I'll bring it back once either the pyramid is finished here or I get out of the debt. And the pyramid is now finished. That's great news. There's one. There is some burial provisions that we're going to have to look at. Right here. So we have 60 weapons, 23 in storage. Let's give them the weapons. We have 400. Let's give them all the pottery. And we're going to have to start making some luxury goods. We're going to start looking at that and getting the burial provisions going while we start building the temple here. But we're doing all right. We are out of the hole here, and we are seeming to hold on to our money. I think it's almost time to get some beer in here. Hopefully once the burial provisions, this is stopping. I may have to expand this pottery a little bit more here because it looks like we're getting a buildup of clay here, which I don't want. I want pottery. Use it all up. We're back in debt here. Yeah. I'm going to let this run and stabilize, and I'll bring you back when something changes. All right. We are still in debt, although I might have done something foolish. We have beer here ready to go, and I've opened up the beer trade. We're buying 1,600 because we're going to need probably some Senate houses, so we're going to need beer for that. And you can see the beer is already getting in there and starting to level everything up. Hopefully we can get out of debt. We have 5% unemployment, and this work camp is pretty large. It keeps going back and forth into debt. And the temple is getting built here. It's looking pretty good. Hopefully we're going to be able to stabilize once we stop buying the sandstone. But this is getting a little bit unstable for my liking. I'm going to let this stabilize. Oh, and I increased the potters here as well. So I'm going to let this stabilize for a bit. And I'll bring you back when something changes. All right. We have a massive problem here with I cannot get out of debt. It's very difficult. The temple is almost done. Let's take a look at we had 3% unemployment. Yeah, 3% there. The gods all seem to be happy. We have 68 kingdom standing. We are going to take a debt hit. This is going to go down. And our prosperity rating is 2 because we are losing so much money. Although our population is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our... Oh, we have another situation. The Egyptian city is under attack. We're going to have to send in some troops. So let's do that right now. Let's send all of these guys in. There we go. Dispatch now. 3 full regiments. That should be enough. There they go. We've got this. Some more shrines here. Shrines all over. Although this is looking better. We're going to have to beautify this area over here. These guys are looking a little rough. It's looking better. We still don't have a strong supply of beer yet. But that was my fault because I didn't build this. They're going to be able to get over there now. So, I'm going to let this run. We need to get out of the hole. And I will bring you back once I do. The Sun Temple is now finished. And the pyramid is finished. So we can turn off. Temple complete. We can turn off the sandstone. Let's do that. We're going to turn sandstone off. We don't have to import anything else. Beautiful. And we're going to have to start looking at the linen. Oh, our city standing climbs because we gave 800 bucks of fish while you were away. We're going to have to start looking at, we need more money because we need to buy beer, we need to buy papyrus, and we need to buy linen to gain our kingdom standing here. Now let's take a look at that. We're at 77 and we have a culture rating of 15. We're going to need some dentists and everything else. That is my main focus now, is to get the population up and our culture rating up. So I'm going to throw some dentists in here and see if I can stabilize the city some more. And I'll bring you back once something changes. Alright, kingdom standing climbs because we've got 800 fish again. And right now I've got a little sidetracked. We've got a jeweler here because I don't want to forget about this. We have 600 storage. Let's give that. We need 500 more pottery and we need 1,000 luxury goods. We got the luxury goods maker right here, the jeweler. So they're gonna, and we're gonna order in some gems. So that's gonna be quite expensive. Now we have to order in gems. We have to order in papyrus, linen, and beer. So this is gonna become quite expensive for us. We still don't have. Well, there you go. You can see we just plunged about $1,000 just from our supply of beer. Our city's looking pretty good. We have a few weak spots here, but it's looking a lot better. It's stabilizing at least. So I'm going to let this run and see if I can hold on to this debt while we start making that burial provisions, and I'll bring you back when something changes. Alright, I'm back and I threw some courthouses in here. We're getting a huge influx of people. I'm finding it hard to maintain a profit, but our food looks good. And the city is looking pretty good right now. Let's take a look at our standing. Oh, I keep forgetting about the dentist. I'm going to have to throw some dentists in here. Our army is still on the march. And we have ordered in some gems. We still haven't made any jewelers. Here they go. The jewelers are now working. It is kind of tough to maintain a profit. It's a little unstable. Let's take a look at our population. We have 8% unemployment. That's going to go through the roof here as we're getting more people moving in. We got to keep an eye on that. I'm going to let this run and stabilize for a little while and see if I can hold a profit, and I'll bring you back when something changes. Alright, we need to start selling some pottery here. I kind of fine-tuned this a little bit, added a few more clay pits, trying to maximize this out. Added some more pottery. We are going to start selling pottery right away here. Hopefully that's going to help us maintain a profit. We are fluctuating here because we just running out of money. We're running out of beer. It's very unstable at the moment. We have a huge work camp here. This is the issue. And we are back in debt. And I'm going to start ordering in the linen and papyrus. Hopefully with some extra pottery sales, we can afford it. Well, we're getting a little bit here. We just sold a bunch of copper, it looks like. Anyways, I'm going to let this run and stabilize a little bit longer and start working on bringing in the linen and pottery, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I've got a port built here because I realize that to get the linen that we need, it's an open water trade port here, and also Menefer here selling papyrus is also an open water port. So this is a little bit out of the way, and we are still having problems getting money here. So I'm gonna try to get us out of debt. And we haven't actually sold very much pottery yet. It's just starting to get kicked up here. So hopefully we're gonna start selling some pottery. And I also replaced one of these with a gold mine again. Just two, because we have a full stock of weapons and our army's back and we won the battle and everything is healed up here. So, and we've got some luxury items here. Let's take a look at our burial provisions. We have finished all of that now. So we are selling luxury items as well. Hopefully this is going to give us enough to maintain buying the papyrus and linen. That is the next step. I'm going to get that set up and I'll bring you back. Alright, we're back and I've set up some Senate houses here. We have the scribble schools. We have the dentists finally. And we have some papyrus here ready to go. We have 10 papyrus ordering in. We don't have a whole lot of money, and I have another area ready for linen. But I want to make sure that we're not going to go bankrupt here before I put in the mortuaries. Let's take a look at our standings. They're at 35, and mortuaries is next, and we need linen for the mortuaries. So I'm going to let this stabilize. We are making a little bit of money. As soon as we get a little bit of profit, I'm going to start ordering some linen. And once that happens, I'll bring you right back. Alright, our population started exploding here. I did finally get the linen. We put some mortuaries in here as well. And our population took off, and I had to get rid of some to hold the population in check. We have 2%. This is just building back now. We were almost at the 6,000 marks. We have to maintain this better. And it looks like the Tomb Robbers have stolen some burial provisions. Hopefully that's not the case. Our kingdom standing climbs because we did send 20 blocks to Thinis. So that's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our standings. We have 100% kingdom rating. And we have a 60 culture. So that's done. Prosperity's done. The monument... We are missing, what, one weapon? Let's give that. So this is going to be 20. We just need the population. 300, just over 300 people, although people are leaving. And we've got this beat. Alright, I'm having a little problem just pushing it slightly over the edge. So I put in housing wherever there's a space here. And hopefully that's going to give us enough, because this is completely as leveled up as far as I want to go. It's pretty stable, but this should give it to us, and we are still not up to par here. We did take a kingdom standing hit because I was in debt, which is not too bad. We're still over the amount. Can I give him a gift here? 5 months only. So we're looking all right there. We have 4% unemployment, so we can handle that now. We're looking all right, but the prosperity is now a problem because we keep losing money. So, and our culture rating, there's not enough musicians. But that's okay. I think we're going to be able to get the musicians pretty easily. Prosperity, as soon as we start making money, we're going to be okay. And I believe now we're going to get this last little bit here. So we're looking pretty close to finishing this mission. I'm going to let this run. I'll bring you back once we're out of debt or we get close to finishing the mission. All right, I'm back and we've got some money. I restricted the sale We're looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our kingdom rating. Is almost there. We have the population, we have the culture, we have the kingdom standing. Can I give him a gift here? 19 months. I just gave my money to the city to get us out of the... get us some money. Anyways, there it is. We are looking pretty good. Everything seems to be leveled up. And there is our victory for today. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to take a look at my score. And we'll see you soon.
Through your diligence, you have fed a hungry people during a time of war and supplied the necessary reinforcements to defeat this enemy once and for all. Your accomplishments will not soon be forgotten.